The small muscles in the back of your skull, back of your head, may cause headaches, neck pain. It might restrict your range of motion from your neck, and it might even cause dizziness. Hi, my name is Markus. I'm a clinical physical therapist from Finland, and in this video I will show you how you can release these muscles and get them into the optimal length and relieve your headaches, neck pains, and increase your range of motion. So stay tuned. And we here at Movement Maintenance would greatly appreciate if you hit the like button and you subscribe to this channel. It helps us tremendously and it takes only a second. Thank you. First, quickly, let's discuss and explain the anatomy of these muscles. This will be a short section, but if you know what these muscles do and where they are, it is easier to do these two exercises that I will show you, and it's more effective. So in the back of your head, in the occiput region, you have bigger surface muscles that move your head and your neck, and you have smaller muscles, suboccipital muscles, that do a little motion, little movement in the upper cervical part of your neck, so up here. There are theories about the function of these muscles, that the primary function is to send feedback to your nervous system so you know your position and location in this time-space continuum. So for example, if your head is tilted like this, the muscle stretches from the opposite side and gives information to your nervous system about the location of your head. So if we think about this, it might make sense why the stiffness of these muscles gives you dizziness, because the information that is coming from here is not accurate. This is one theory. You have also nerves coming from the back of your head, occipital nerves, and these nerves are getting compressed if you have muscle stiffness there, and that's not good. You don't want your nerves to get entrapped or compressed. Also, the bigger muscles that do the heavy movement of your neck can alter your neck position, your spine position, and this altered neck position may strain your spine, cervical spine, more than it needs to be strained. Alright, so first we are going to release all the trigger points in this region. So trigger point keeps your muscle tone high up so the muscle doesn't relax. So that's why we are going to release them with this magical stick. So go grab one. These are super cheap. I guess you can order them from somewhere or go to your local store. I don't know, depends where you live, but yeah. And remember, if you have wounds, strains, sprains in the region, anything suspicious, any suspicious pathologies, for example, you have a tumor or you have inflammation of your nerves, don't do this. Or at least ask your doctor if this is cool with them or with you. It's for you, not for the doctor, remember. First technique that I will show you, we bend our heads forward like this and then to the side. Now diagonally put it here and start to do the rolling motion from down up and up down like this. And now you will feel the places that are tight. For example, I find the spot right here, and then you can do a smaller motion. This is usually quite painful, but you must endure it. And you can do it a little bit lighter, so put less pressure on it. And you can do the rolling thing, but I like to grab the stick and then do a friction motion like this. You can do it like this and then go from side to side. Which one is worse? Pick that one. Yeah, I know. Sounds bad, but this really helps. And approximately in 30 seconds to 2 minutes, it starts to release. Little by little, the pain starts to fade away. So you can go further up, or down, find the next spot and then start releasing these muscles. These are the bigger muscles that do the extension of your neck and side bending and stuff like that. Okay, there are muscles here also, but we have a nice stretching technique for them. We will link it in the end of our video. And there are also release techniques for these muscles. Comment below if you want a video on how to release trigger points from your upper trapezius and the varioscapular muscle. But let's continue. So you come up like this, and then to the base of your skull, to the occipital region. Fine word in English. And then you roll, and then you find muscle tightness. You can alter the angle that you are doing this. The higher you come, the less put pressure on it. So if you're here just below the skull, you can put a little bit more, but when you come on the skull, put a smaller amount of pressure on it. And then do both sides. So the same thing applies to the other side, of course. You might notice differences between sides. And don't do this like over 2 minutes on one spot. If it doesn't start to release, then just continue and find another spot. When you are doing this like for a couple of weeks, the places will start to open and release. So you must do it like continuously. But don't do this on consecutive days, because you have to give rest to your muscles. The friction gives you a small inflammation in the region, so it's good to have a rest day between before you do a next session with this. But now we have released the muscles here and the occipital region, so next we will try to put them in the correct position. So we are going to stretch them, alter their length, and we are starting to engage these deep neck flexor muscles that are usually really inactive and weak in people who have headaches and neck pain. Okay, throw the stick away and now lean against the wall, and we will start to stretch the occipital, this is how you pronounce it, yes, occipital part, and also the spine erector muscles. Flatten your back against the wall so that it presses all the air between the back and the wall out, so there's nothing in between. Then keep your upper back against the wall and the back of your head against the wall. So now we will start to stretch and activate the deep neck flexors. And here you should start to stretch and elongate your neck. So you think that you are sliding the back of your head upwards, so like this. And this might give you even a stretch below your neck. So for example, if you have really tight back muscles, back extensors, you might even feel the stretch in your lower back. When you do this, it will slowly fix also stiffness there. But yeah, don't think about your chin, because when you start doing this with the focus on your chin, you might start to compensate with your jaw like this. And that's not good, because we want to do the motion from our cervical spine from here. So this gap between your spine and the wall, this gap starts to close a little bit like this. And now do this 1 minute, and you can do like 2 sets and do this every day. If you work in an office or at the home office, this is an excellent exercise that you can negate the problems and stiffness that comes from your office work. So for example, during the day when you stand up, you can go against the wall and do like, for example, 10 reps of this, and then you can continue with your stuff, and then after a while you can do this again. So you can do a smaller amount but more often during the day. But yeah, this is a good one to do after you release the trigger points from here, because now the small amount of range of motion that you gained from releasing the trigger points, now you can use it for your benefit and start to stretch. If you have problems with this exercise, for example, thoracic spine, your upper back is curved more and you cannot get your head against the wall, then you can do it just here, trying to keep your head still. And if this is painful, the movement, or if you get a shooting pain to your hand, then restrict the range of this movement. So do a smaller flexion. And in time, it will increase the pain-free range of motion. Remember to do these two exercises regularly. So if you do this once or twice, it might help you a little bit. You get your neck muscles relaxed and you might relieve your headaches. But for longer lasting results and for the best results, you have to do this regularly. For example, do the release techniques twice or 3 times a week and do the stretch daily. And if you have time, do it multiple times a day for the best results. And remember, musculoskeletal health consists of many different things and you can do a lot by yourself to keep yourself healthy and functional. So remember to subscribe to our channel. We will bring you the best tools to keep you healthy. See you on the next video.